All right. Happy Friday for those of you who are here with us, and welcome for everybody watching later. Before we start, big thanks as always to our community sponsor, AG Grid. We love AG Grid. And if you want to get more exposure with our almost 6,000 Angular developers, reach out if you want to be a community sponsor. And now I'm quite excited today about both our guest and the topic that she picked. She's a brand new Angular GDE, and I'm so proud of her. Everybody please come off mute and help me congratulate our very own Connie Leung, brand new Angular GDE. How are you doing, Connie?
I'm good, yeah. I mean,
I know it's
a
been a
month
month,
ago.
but this is like your day. This is
Yeah,
like your first presentation as an Angular GDE, and I'm just so excited about it.
cool. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for putting this together. I've been watching your RxJS signals, all the 30-day. It's been really cool.
Oh, thank
It's been
you.
good to see
It happened. It happened like last year, and maybe I finished it in this March. But it wasn't 30 days. It was 30 days times 7 months. But it's okay.
Yeah,
I finished the challenge, and
it's
at the
funny
same
because
time,
I
I,
think,
I wrote a lot of blog posts in here
yeah,
and other places. Yeah.
and I think sometimes it doesn't really feel like people read them, but then you keep meeting people who are like, yeah, I've been reading your blog posts, and it's like, you're famous now. I'm so proud of you.
Um, okay.
Okay,
Famous but
so
humble engineer.
we appreciate you putting the examples together for us and sharing with us. I really
Yeah.
like the stack blitz of the side by side of RxJS and signals. I don't want to spoil it.
It's okay.
Okay, so
Yeah, don't spoil it.
I
Okay,
won't spoil it.
let me share my screen. Yeah, let me share my screen and show you what I did. So, hi everyone. So my name is Connie, and I'm an Angular GDE. I was given this title like last month, so it's new to me. I'm trying to do my best to contribute in Angular for the next 12 months and share what I learned about Angular to my peers and friends in Angular Nation and other places. So today my topic is lesson that I learned after doing 3 days of RxJS challenge and Signal. So my name is Connie Leung. I was born and raised in Hong Kong. So currently I'm a software architect in an ESG startup in Hong Kong. So I love blogging and traveling to conferences to meet new friends and talk to people. So COVID was really rough because I was stuck in Hong Kong for like 2.5 years. But I finally visited Taipei and Singapore to meet my Angular friends after so long. So you can find me in Twitter. Um, my GitHub repo is Rail Student. It's a funny story. I'm not going to share here. And I have blog posts in dev.to and a YouTube channel where I'm going to maybe upload some contents about Angular in the future. Oh, I'm thirsty. Need some water. So back in 2022, I felt my Angular skill was stagnant, so I wanted to find something to practice. Back in 2017, I did the Westboss 3 days JavaScript challenge in Angular, and I thought my code were amazing. Then in September 2022, I looked back at my old code. I hated a lot of them, and I also realized that some of the challenges can like could be rewritten in RxJS with less code to achieve the same result. So I started the challenge. Um, I took more than 30 days. I actually spent 30 days times 7 months to do the challenges, but it's okay. I mean, I'm not competing against anyone. Well, at that time, I didn't have a deadline. I was happy to use RxJS and Angular to build like 30 like beautiful projects and blog about them in Angular Nation and in dev.to and in my personal blog. So, but while I was doing this challenge, Angular team released signals, and I didn't have time to learn what Signal was at that time. Afterward, I finally invest like hours on Signal's standalone component and other new features of Angular. The more I practice RxJS and Angular, I realized that like RxJS and Signal can coexist. Like RxJS will not be completely replaced by Signal because there are some complex cases that that RxJS can do better than Signal. So I'm going to show maybe one or two examples to illustrate this fact. So okay, so yeah, what are the things that I learned? Signal is more suited to synchronous reactivity. RxJS allows people to write elegant, decorative, asynchronous code. But when we need to use both RxJS and Signal together, it's covered by Google Angular team. We can use to observable and to Signal in the RxJS interop package, to maybe convert from Signal to observable and vice versa. So I'm going to show that in the next few slide and in the stepless demos. But if you guys don't know what synchronous and asynchronous mean, like synchronous means the the action is done on the main thread, so it can only happen one at a time. In asynchronous code, like multiple threads can fire at the same time to maybe perform tasks in parallel and to return results. The main thread is not blocked, and if you want to wait for the async code to come back, then well, there are many ways to do that. You can have async await the result, or you can use promise then finally to wait for the async code to finish and return the result. So but that's not that won't be covered in today's presentation. So in my experience, I find out that I use Signal a lot when I need to handle button clicks. Sometimes maybe I click a button, I mutate a value in an Angular component, or in a drop down, like maybe a template driven form with a very like with one maybe uh one field, and then when that field gets updated, I find myself using ng model change to set the value of a signal. So these are synchronous activities that I think Signal is more suitable than RxJS. Sometimes I use computed to derive new state from existing state, and if my next state depends on the previous state, I can use signal.update to get the previous value back and use it in in the inside the signal to derive the new value. So why is Signal better? Is because I don't need to import async pipe and ngIf in the component, and I can avoid using ngIf and async in a template, and reduce change detection and reduce the number of change detections. And Signal is also easier for beginner to learn than RxJS. Like, if you learn RxJS, you need to learn from the beginning, like observable and then co-observable, hot observable, subscribe, and then after you subscribe, you need to remember to unsubscribe the subscription, and tons of RxJS operators. It can be very overwhelming to a beginner who has just started who has just started his or her Angular journey. So I'm going to show one example that I always use to demonstrate the differences between RxJS and Signal. So let's see. Okay. So this demo is actually inspired by Mike Lackey when I attended NGMI in Malaysia back in 2019, before COVID turned my world upside down. So I have these buttons, right? Like when I click this button, the value, like some text are rendered below, and then in here I change the text color to green when I increase from the previous value to the next value, and if the next value is less than the previous value, the text color is red. And then yeah, the volume button add and -1. The skip yeah, accumulate the value. So if I press positive, then the current time increases. When I press -15 or -30, the current time is reduced. So let me show you the code. So the volume buttons are very straightforward. I use from event RxJS operator to emit a value when a click event happen, and then I map the value to 1. And when I click the minus button, I map the observable to -1, and then I use merge to merge this observable. So the merge emit either +1 or -1, and I use scan as my mini state management to accumulate the current volume. Start with means that the initial volume is 0. So it's quite a lot of code to create a simple volume increase and decrease of functionality. And when I want to determine the color of the text, it looks very simple, but it also needs the help of RxJS. Is because the speed and skip are like observables. So when I want to find out what text color to choose, I need to create another observable to map the numeric value to the text color. And then in my inline template, I probably abuse async pipe a lot, because I use async pipe to resolve the text color and bind it to the color of the text. And then I use async pipe to resolve the other observable to output the result of the volume, output the result of the speed, and output the result of the current time. So it seems to involve a lot of RxJS operators, async pipe, and behavior subject, and observable to do this simple demo. And when I do the same demo in Signal, the line of code is similar. Like this demo has the same, or maybe has. Let me I don't remember. Let me see. So a signal demo has signal demo has 100 line, and the RxJS demo has 113. So 10. Okay, so the signal demo is a little shorter. It's not significantly shorter, but it's easier to understand. So I have three signal: the speed signal, the skip signal, and the volume signal. Um, the initial value of these signals are 0. And when I want to find out the color of the text, I can use computed and find out what does the signal value is, and then call a helper function to determine the text color. So it's easier to understand using computer, because if I look at the callback of computer, is normal like JavaScript. It's easy for someone who has basic understanding of JavaScript and TypeScript to find out that I try to get the previous and current value in a tuple, and then I call get text color method in the component to find out the text color. And then in the inline template, no async, no ngif. I only call the signal function to get the text color and bind it to the colors of the text. And then if I look at if I look at I don't know why this demo doesn't load. If I look at adjust volume and calculate skip, I use the update of signal to get the previous volume, and then either increment volume by 1 or the volume by -1. Yeah, if I click the minus button, the delta is -1. If I click the plus button, the delta is +1 finally. Yep. And then I can use update to determine the value of the volume. And I can use update to do addition and subtraction to find out the current time. Yeah. Speed is, let me see. Speed is I cheated a little when I want to determine the previous speed and the next speed. I cannot find an elegant way to do it. Therefore, I need to use the RxJS interop package to import to observable and to signal to give me what the previous speed is and what the next speed is, so that I can find out the correct text color and the correct text to display. This will be covered in the maybe in the next few slides. So let me continue. So signal is great, but does it mean I can ban RxJS out of my I can ban RxJS, like no more like RxJS in my code? Of course not. I mean, there are few use cases that RxJS works better than Signal. So, for example, search boxes. Like if I want to create a search boxes, I use debounce time to make sure that no keystroke is hit after, I don't know, a certain amount of milliseconds, distinct until change, to make sure that the what I type now is different than what I typed before, so that um, front end make maybe a request to the back end to retrieve some data back from a database, for example. Filter, um, I probably use it to make sure a user input a long enough search input so that the search result is smaller before the search result is returned back to the front end to render. And if I want to switch to latest whenever a HTTP request is made, switch map is the RxJS operator that you need to choose. And I don't think there's a Signal equivalent for switch map, merge map, concat map, exhaust map. If I want to make a simple timer that emit a number at a regular interval, timer and interval RxJS operators are better than a window dot set interval. I'm going to show you in the step list demo. I mean, it can be done, but it's really messy because you call set interval, then you need to remember that interval ID, and then you need to remember to clear the interval. I mean, timer and interval can take care of that if you know how if you know how to write good reactive RxJS code. It's like if you know how to do that, and then you use async pipe, then like Angular will take care of that and unsubscribe the subscription on your behalf. And combine latest pairwise, if like these are these are some like RxJS operators that I can think of that I cannot find an like an elegant way to implement it in Signal. So if you guys know, like please let me know, and I would like to know how you guys implement uh, these RxJS operator in terms of Signal. So this demo is a simple like counter that use combine latest to combine three streams, and then use map to um, map the array data into other values, and then I return an object at the end. So I have three stream like stream. So the first stream emit a number every 1 second. The second stream emit a number every 2 seconds. The third stream emit a number every 3 seconds. So TakeMap is a custom RxJS operator that I wrote like up here. So I only want the first 10 numbers, and then the stream unsubscribe. I want the number to start from 1 instead of 0, so I use map to increment the number by 1. So the so 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 the timer emit 1 to 10 in different interval, and then I map these 3 numbers. Like A, I double the number, and then B, I multiply it by 3, and then for the last one, C, I multiply the number by 5. So I should see maybe 2, 2, 3, 5, and then 4, 4, 6, 10, something like that. If I do it with signal, it needs more work. So I have 3 signal, and the initial value of signals are 1. And then in ng on unit, I use a set interval to update this the signal, like to increment the number by 1. And then I check the signal, the signal, and make sure that the value to make sure that the value is when it is 10. Remember to call clear interval to stop emitting number. So I do the same thing like 2 more times. Yeah. And after that, I need to derive A, B, and C respectively. So I use computer to multiply the value of the first signal by 2, the value of the second signal by 3, and the value of the third signal by 5. And then in the inline template, I display the result, and they should be the same. And if I don't want to use observable, I can use to signal to convert the something observable to something signal, and yeah, and render result in here. So in this demo, I would rather do it like this, like use RxJS operators to get the result I want, and then use to signal to convert the observable to signal, and then execute the signal function in a template to display the results. So I kind of cover to observable and to signal in my demos. Like if I have a signal, but then I find out that I need to use RxJS operator to get the result I want. Like for example, I need to use pairwise to get the previous value and the next value. Then I can use to observable to convert signal to observable, and then dot pipe, and then in pipe I can use the appropriate RxJS operators to achieve the result I want. Um, the other way around is like I have an observable, but then I want to convert it to signal so that I can render the signal values in inline template. It's because I don't want to use async pipe and ngif and input them into the component. It's also possible. I can use to signal to convert uh, observable to signal, and then display the signal values in inline template. So if you ask for my opinions, I will say to use signal as much as possible, but when RxJS is the right tools to solve a problem in Angular, then use RxJS to create the observable, and after you get the observable, you can use to signal to do the conversion and display the result in a template. Or if you have a signal and then you want to use some RxJS operators to um, to get something back, then use to observable. So there are like options. So don't say that I'm 100% signal and no RxJS, or I'm 100% RxJS and no signal. Like use both where you see fit, and you're going to like signal because it can make your life easier, and you're also going to like RxJS because RxJS can also make your life easier when you apply it in the right problem. So my GitHub repo that have the 30 days challenge in RxJS and Angular, and the this is the collection where I put my demos for this talk tonight. So yeah, thank you for staying for so long to listen to my presentation. Yeah, this means thank you, many thanks, and many thanks in German. Yeah. So
That was awesome. Thank you, Connie,
yeah,
for putting this samples together. I
yeah.
love the side-by-side RxJS. I love Stack Blitz. I love having everything right there. Pavel
Oh,
had a question?
yeah, I love step list too. Yeah.
Yeah. Pavel?
Oh, that was a little bit misclick, but I have a question even so. I saw you in the stack blitz, you were using the view child, which you have taken the click event and passed it to the from event operator. Is there any difference if you are using it with directive? Like you will just add the click directive on the button and call the functions from the template.
Let me think.
I saw the both examples, so I was like, sorry if that's not to the.
Let me think. I think actually no difference. Just sometimes I find that the code gets a little bit long in the component, and I want to make it shorter, so I put put that logic into a directive, or maybe I've Maybe I find that it's not dry. Maybe I find I use it like maybe I use this more than 3 times. Then I want to put this logic into a directive, and then yeah, and put the directive in the button, and let the directive like handle the RxJS operator.
Yeah, because I saw the that you are trying to show us the speed difference also, like what is more faster and what is more durable. So I was like kinda wondering if using the directive versus using it from view child, it will change the speeds too.
I don't know. I don't know. Actually, I cheated a little. Actually, I can. Actually,
It's
the
sorry
easiest
for
way.
that.
No, actually, the easiest way is to use
Mhm.
behavior subject. Actually,
I believe Signal might be faster. And I'm not actually completely sure either, but I also do believe that Alex Rickabaugh is going to come and visit us soon. And he would know for sure. So
Okay,
we can ask him.
I will save it for him.
It's a good question.
yeah. Actually, I don't need to use view child. I can use like behavior subject or subject to and then whenever I write to the subject, I can call this code to increase or decrease the volume. So it's just a matter of taste. I can do it like this, or I can
Yeah.
use
So
behavior subject, or like you said, like use directive. If I want to encapsulate like this part in the directives to make it dry.
that was only a suggestion. It was a little bit off topic from your main topic. Sorry.
No, it's
No,
okay.
it's
It's
cool. I
okay.
like the
It's
timers.
cool.
This is why it's
Yeah.
fun to do demos with timers and just play around with timers, because you can actually like make a side by side and look at it, because this is how we learn. Just like, I don't know, let's code it up and take a look at it and see what happens. And having like console logs firing off, or like Connie had the timers firing off so we can see it changing in real time. It's so much fun.
You know what? I would never. Okay, wait, it's recorded. I probably don't want to use Signal to do timer, because like for this like really like simple example, like I can this I only need this to create the timer. If the other like the alternative like needs more line, and then I cheated in this demo like because the first argument of timer is 0, means it means like the timer doesn't wait and start like firing number. If this first argument is non-zero, like let's say it's 100, means wait 100 milliseconds or something, and wait 100 milliseconds, then emit the first number. After each second, emit the next number. I don't think I can write it in Signal, because I don't know how to measure like the current time is 100 milliseconds after I don't know a known time. So
It's okay. There's
yeah.
always time to play with it more, see what it can do. I just love this demo, and it's such a good place to start and just kind of to see side by side what it looks like. I like the computed examples and how it's super easy to use that, and it's there, and it's like, you can use it because it's right there and it's so easy. And so it's nice to have these little talks so that we can know that it's there and it's super easy to use and what it looks like. And I love you having all the stacklets set up so that we can then go refer back to that later when we're working. And we need to remember, like, oh, how did Connie do that? What did that look like? And the stacklets is there and the blog posts are there. So I want to thank you again. And I'm going to turn off the recording. But first, everybody, the routine that we have at Angular Nation. Everybody, please come off mute and help me thank Connie for taking the time to put these demos together for us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Connie.
Thank you, Connie. It was a nice presentation.
Oh, really?
It was really cool, and congrats for becoming the GDEs while we're still recording. So we didn't clap before. So congrats.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
We are very proud of you, and you deserve it. And we appreciate you teaching us all cool stuff. And again, thanks to AGGrid too.
Yeah.
And I hope you come back soon. What were you gonna say, Connie?
No, I said I only learned very little of Signal. I use set, update, and compute. I haven't tried effects and mutate. Actually, I don't know when to use effect unless I want to log something with console log. Otherwise, I haven't used it very much. Maybe
Well,
some people use effect to maybe make request to server side. I'm not so sure.
maybe we'll have more demos coming up. And
Yeah.
there's a Jessica Janik was talking about signals. I need to check and make sure that is up on our YouTube channel. I know it's posted on our experts channel, but I want to make sure it's up on the YouTube channel so that everybody can see it, because I know she went into more detail there. And she's Jessica Janik, so yeah, she knows what she's talking about. Anyway, okay, I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you so much, Connie, for sharing, because I know you're learning this, but sharing it with everybody is what allows us to learn along with you, which we love. And so thank you for sharing your journey with us. We appreciate you. Come back soon and often.
Yeah, I can come back before November. After November, probably no.
You're always invited.
Yeah.
It's easy.
But let's see.